All right, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres, and I'm doing my thing here. I'm milking Moonlight. Moonlight's in the stocks, and she's got the milker hooked up. There's the milk pail right there, and there's the vacuum compressor right there. Compressor that makes vacuum. Makes pressure too, but vents that to air. You know, sometimes I think, boy, I could make about 15 videos today, and then other times it's like, it doesn't even come into my mind to make a video. But today's one of those days. I can make like 15 videos because a lot of things are popping in my head. Maybe it has to do with the moon or something. But as I came out and I was looking at my process this morning, this particular process of milking Moonlight, I got to looking around here and I thought, okay, I've gotten that fixed, I've gotten this fixed, I've gotten this fixed, and this is where I feed our dogs too. So she came in to see if I had put her food out yet. Okay. But the concept that I'm referring to is fortifying my position. All right. Now my military brethren will probably understand that right off. But what this is when we have a process, say like milking a cow. All right. There's a lot of components to that. All right. There's the feeding component, there's the breeding component, there's the how to take care of the calf, how to get the milk out of her, where to get the milk out of her, what to do it with, how you take care of that equipment, what do you do with the milk after you get it out of her. There's a ton of components there. It seems like, well, you know, it's just just milk a cow, you know, it's not much to that, but there's a lot to it. And a lot of people have started milking a cow, and then they realize, wow, with everything else I have to do, this is huge, and you have to do it every single day, right? I only do it once a day. A lot of people do it twice a day, but I do it once a day, and that's enough for what I'm doing. Of course, I'm homesteading, so I don't do milk shares or anything like that. Like if I had 5 cows or something like that, I'd probably want the most amount of milk. And so I would want to milk twice a day, possibly. But what I'm talking about right now is fortifying my position. So it's sort of like if you, okay, this is how it works for this. So I come in here, I go through all the things that I have to do as far as cleaning the milk machine, as far as putting her in the stocks and coaxing her into the stocks, and then hooking her up. And then I have about 10 minutes where I just need to sit here and watch her get milked. And there's my chair right there where I sit, and I'll even demonstrate. I'm sitting in my chair and I watch the milk go through that transparent piece on the milker, and I just check it every now and then, and as soon as there's no milk flowing through there, then she's done being milked. But what do you do in the meantime? You fortify your position. You fortify your position. That means instead of sitting here watching the milk flow, there's always something that I could do to make this process cleaner, meaner, more efficient, cooler, however you want to put it. I can always increase this position. Fortifying your position has to do with, let's say somebody's going to shoot at you and you have what they would call a DFP, a defensive fighting position. Could be a hole in the ground, could be you're behind a rock, doesn't matter, but while they're not shooting at you, you fortify that position. You make it better and more impervious to objects coming through and making holes in you, right? That's the whole idea of fortifying your position. So, you know, Your position, if that's your career field, the process is your position. All right. In this process, it's milking. It's getting milk out of this cow, handling this cow, making this place conducive for cows and all this. But let me show you some of the stuff I've done while I've been sitting here watching this cow get milked. Okay, I put a switch box in here so I can turn lights on. All right. This time of year, not such a big deal, but certain times of the year it is a big deal. So having lights is nice. I have switches. Then I made a nice place for my compressor to sit, just out of some 2x4s and some screws. I moved this reel in here so I have a place to actually put my equipment when I come in here. Right? I built these stalks so I have a place to put her in. This is really simple. You just open this, and I'm not going to open it because she'll jump out, and then that piece goes through there. So she could tear that out of there if she wanted to, but she's content being milked. They like being milked. And then she's got a little place where she can eat right there. I put some grain in there for her and some bread. There you go. It's one of the best cows I've ever had. I really like her. Then I made this little area here where I hang stuff up. I decided that I'm going to keep all my fencing stuff here. It's sort of compatible with this process, right? Then I got these trash cans. They were $10 a piece. And what they do is they hold, you know, I got our grain in that one. I got the dog food in this one. And what it does, it sends a signal to these guys that there's nothing here. Because if they think that there's something for them to eat there, they'll figure out a way to get to it. They can rip this stuff out if they want to. And then I put a fencer in. It's important to keep those things indoors. I know some people don't like to because if the fence gets hit by lightning, then it could bring it in the barn. I don't think that would happen. I think it would go to ground much quicker than that, but... And I keep some fence in here. Of course, I have a chair to sit in. And it doesn't seem like much, but as I go, like I've only been milking for, I don't know, a year now this go around. And this is different. Before we milked like 5 cows and it was for shares. But now I'm just milking one. I've got 3 cows actually, but I'm only milking one at a time. It's just for my family. It's for our cheese, our butter, our milk, our kefir, our whatever else Jill makes out of it. And then so anyway, fortifying your position. Anything that you do, you can fortify that position. You can make it better, and it kind of rejuvenates your feeling of why I do this. You know. Then the next day when you come in and you milk, and something's a little better. You say, hey, this is worth it. I'll show you something here. This is kind of neat. I put this shield on here. And I did that because if she doesn't see the other cows, then she just goes into this trance, right? She'll just stand there. Well, she's not distressed at all. She's just standing there. She doesn't mind it. She likes to look at the wall, and I'm thinking about putting a calendar up for her with bulls on it or something, but she just likes to stand there. And, you know, she can manure here and she can urinate here. It's not a big deal because this floor is just dirt. So yeah, fortifying your position. Remember, anyone can farm. Get out there and fortify your position.